Hey everyone, Edward Sulak here. So today we're going to go over notification appliance circuits. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to look at basically strobe circuits today, how they work, how do we troubleshoot them, how do we work with strobes, how do we find end of line, what's an open. So let's dig into this. Let's not focus too much on the model of the power supply we're working with or the strobes, and more just on the concept of notification appliance circuits and how to troubleshoot them. Let's take a look here. So for reference, we will be working with an Altronix. You can see the part number here on the board, and so if you always need more information, it's always advised to open your handy dandy phone, get out your Google, and Google the part number, download documentation because it's there, PDFs, read the instructions, read the troubleshooting guide. So you'll see here we have our resistors on our outputs. Above that you have loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, loop 4. For those of you that may not know, that is for doing a Class A circuit. So your Class B is a basic point A to point B, home run to end of line. And your Class A will be a redundant circuit. That means you have a home run that goes out and a home run, so to speak, that comes in, or your end of line that comes back, return, your in and your return. So this panel is capable of doing both for Class B or for Class A. You also have on the farther side, right hand side, 2 auxiliary outputs. You can measure their voltage to ensure we have the correct voltage here. 26. So we have good voltage, correct voltage. So one of the first things when we're troubleshooting power supplies, you can look down here. We'll lower the camera here and get a better angle of this. But we have 4 red LEDs here that when we receive an open on our output, move one leg here. And we should receive, there we go, out 1, followed by input 1 blinking, letting us know that input 1 has a trouble, and that trouble is out 1, and it is open. So on an open, you can measure the voltage on your first thing. We have 3.7 volts. See there, 3.7. Make sure you're set to the proper voltage as well. Make sure you have your handy dandy meter. We can lower the voltage since we can see, get a more accurate reading on it. Fluctuating up and down. So on a clear circuit, if we go to out 2, because we can notice 2, 3, and 4 showing normal conditions, put our meter across, we have less than 1 volt. So again, we can move down to even 2 volts. And again, get a more accurate reading if you needed to, but you don't really need to do that. Just ensure what your voltage differences are between a normal and an open. Okay? So always make sure we're looking at that. So we step it back up again. Okay. So if we put our resistor back across, first notice that the input light went out, but we still have a blinking LED. Why do we have a blinking LED? Well, on this specific model, you have to actually clear the memory. And the way to do that is there's a small button down here at the bottom, the reset button. It clears the blinking light. So those are some model specifics to this power supply. To the Altronix, most Altronix do this, have a memory reset. Some of your older versions may not, but that's also simply done by removing the DC voltage coming from your power supply over here. And we'll also reset the board once done. So that is one way we troubleshoot, notification, appliance circuits, or otherwise known as NAC circuits.